Hello, how y'all doing? It's time for another diecast flashback. And this time we have a Corgi Toys Ford Thunderbird. Corgi made this car from 1959 till 1965. This is a second generation Ford T-Bird. Ford made this from 58 to 60. This is a kid painted car. Going to try to do a little bit of a custom on this one. We've got some other T-Birds in front of us. Got a 1956. This one is a Brooklyn model, made in England. Brooklyn made this one, I'm pretty sure, about late 70s, early 80s maybe. They make some really nice models. If you ever get a chance to get one, I recommend it. They are just really, really very nice, nicely detailed. This one has a Continental kit on it. Got a California license plate. It's got the removable top. This one won't come off, but that's what that is. Ford was in competition with Corvette at that time. Corvette came out with that little sports car they have, the one they called the Corvette. But that's a pretty sharp car. Got another 56. This one is a Techno from Denmark. Ford Thunderbird. It also has a Continental kit. That's the back. That's spare tire. That was a dealer option that you could get back in the day. Nice little runaround sports car. This is a nice little model. I've also have a 1957, this white one back here. This will probably remind you of that movie, American Graffiti, that Suzanne Summers drove around in that car. Suzanne passed away here recently. It's a great loss to the entertainment business. But that's the car. This one doesn't have a Continental kit on it. I think the difference between a 57 and a 56 is the grille. Just a little change, little minor model change, they call that in the business. And then they came along and changed things a little bit more. Now we got this one is a Matchbox, made in England, Lesney. This one was made by Lesney in 1960. This is one I restored. That's a pretty cool little car. That's a big change in models there, wasn't it? And then this one, I think what they did is they went a little bit luxurious. I think they messed up myself, but this is also a Corgi, Ford T-Bird. This is the hardtop version. And I already have another convertible. And I think I'm going to go with, on this one, I think I'm going to go with black and white interior. I think that'd be pretty sharp. And then this one is a Japanese model. This one is a Tesaya Ford T-Bird, made in Japan. Now this was the next generation. Ford made these from 61 to 63. Kind of looks like a rocket a little bit, doesn't it? And then my favorite T-Bird of all time, this one is a 61 to 63. I think they made this one only in 63. This is a Solido, made in France. This version, this model, was made in the 80s by Solido, which still made their own vehicles. They were made in France. See that on the bottom, made in France. But this one is the Sport Roadster. Got these, I don't know what you would call that, kind of streamlined, kind of futuristic behind the back seats there. Looks pretty cool. You could get this with a 390 cubic inch. That sucker would go. Well, let's look at the one I got to work on here. Let's take it apart. Got your standard base with the, there's not any suspension on this one. And these wheels, they are tough. I might have to, I don't know if I've got any extras or new ones. I believe I do, but I try to save things off of them, and I try to go back to as much original as I can. Even though I've opened it up and people will say, well, you've ruined it, it's not original. Well, you know, I try. And I try to use the same parts. Now this one is a little bit different from it. No plastic interior. This one is all die cast. So what I'll have to do on this is, it's got 2 rivets here. It's got a rivet in the front and the back. All of that whole inside, the whole interior will drop out of it. And then I'll be able to get that windshield out of it. And that windshield's got some cracks in it. And I'll probably have to make a new one. But like I said, I'm going to go with black on this with the chrome and the black and white interior. I think that'll look pretty good. Well, let's see what I can do with this one. I invite you to stick around to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Now that's a flashback. Have a good one.